Go over a new deck I made today. I was just on call with my friend, and I don't even know how this came about. I was just messing about with some new cards. Kind of wanted to combine MK Wall Breakers with like all the other MK variants I play, and so let's just put it in double times for single, and it came out pretty well. I also play a live match or two after if I can find one. So yeah, you got pretty good air defense with the Inferno, the Minions, Mighty Miner 2, Zap. And also this sort of matchup, Lava Clone, they only have 2 air cards, so especially when they mess up a Lumberjack like that, you're going to get a load of damage. They also haven't got much to defend this, so you have to go for their Fireball, go for a Bandit. It's quite a good Scummy, a bit of an awkward position to Zap, since like 1 or 2 of the Skellies would have survived, so the Bandit would have just died. And this, Mighty Miner Wall Breakers, when he has no ground troops, just take the whole tower. And so at this point, put it back to single. I quite like to MK back opposite when they go for lava, because I think MK bridge opposite is risky. And this is just a general lava loon, lava mine, whatever it is. MK bridge is risky, especially if I don't know the whole deck. And MK same lane I think is horrible because the MK just dies, so it's essentially a waste. So I like to go MK back opposite, it gives me a time to think. And so here we go from Mighty Mine ability on the bats, knowing we need the Zap for the Scummy, and then we end up taking the whole tower. And plus we have minions defending, so we won't have to defend much of the lava, which is nice. And that takes the whole tower pretty much. So we can just go for Miner, Bandit, Zap, we win. Yeah, I think that's just the key thing. If you MK back opposite when they lava, it gives you time to react to if they either they'll support their lava, then you can wait and defend it, or you can go opposite lane depending on what you're wanting to do and what cards they have in hand. Or you can just leave the MK, defend, and they still have to defend the MK either way. So I think it's an important thing. A lot of people struggle to defend lava in that sort of situation, so I feel like it's quite helpful. And with a lot of my games, if you just can't defend, go and 3-crown them, right? Because offense is the best form of defense sometimes. So yeah, minions once again, right? He's got the heal spirit. He's got a lot of stuff that would kill our minions in one hit. Well, that would kill the bats in one hit. The Marcher, the Queen attack. But instead, we have minions, so they survive. We go pretty aggressive because we know he can't defend. And yeah, we know he has no elixir. He would have gone from Bandit and Bridge to Kite, but instead has to go Battle Ram. And he has nothing to defend this. He tries to get it onto the heal spirit, but it would have taken tower anyway. And so that's a really nice start. And I think at this point, there's not really any way we can lose. Sure, we get a few awkward cycles where we have like 2 air cards plus Zap in hand. But other than that, should be fine. So we go for minions, same lane. We just trying to play it out till double, where it's a bit more convenient for us to defend, because we can go aggressive on the Marcher. And then we can even MK the back, because we know minions will take out whatever he plays. So this was a really, really smart MK, going with the Inferno Dragon, since you'll see a really beautiful predictor. Go for minions at the back to bait out the Marcher or Bridge, and then perfect timing with the Mighty Miner predict on the Marcher. So it blocks off the Marcher, Marcher dies, he can't defend on the left, he also has 7 to defend on the right, and he just gives up. So it's almost like baiting your opponents. You can even add an oops in there, the strategic oops, because then they think you made a mistake, but then you're like, haha. So, just the psychological element of the game, I guess. I'm being good at that. And so, let's see. This last one, this was actually a really nice game, so I might just put the whole thing in single, since this was me and my friend at the end were like, oh, exactly the same synchronized time, because it was very close. And then we'll do 1 or 2 live games if we can find them. I'm like top 10 or something, so I'm not doing badly, especially considering how bad MK is. But I was just playing random decks today, bit of drill, bit of recruits like I've been playing a lot of, bit of other stuff, maybe even lava, And yeah, we know he's going to NATO, so we go for the Minions Minor. And look, so much damage. If he goes late Ice Wiz, he could have done, but it would have been a waste. So it's really nice. And then we can just MK really, really late. I actually think it might be possible if you MK like just to the side of your tower to get it with no hits. But just take no risks, you know? And then we go for the Wall Breakers, since you'll have to defend with Ice Wizard plus Barb Barrel. One actually still connects, which is nice. But then it's kind of awkward that the Barb goes in front. I could have bandited higher maybe. But this we have to spend the Mighty Miner and the Bandit. And this was a horrible Mighty Miner ability on my end, because he goes Mini P.E.K.K.A. as well. And so, despite getting a good Miner Kite, and also a good Zap, with one hit off the timing for the Phoenix respawn, which is annoying. So it ends up doing a lot of damage. And correctly, we do minions to defend it, since it's important to keep your towers in this sort of matchups, because they have to spend like an entire push, or 6 if it's in lightning range, to kill your towers. So they're always, even if you're saving your tower on 100 HP, there's 2 NATOs, or it's a lightning, or it's an entire push, right? So this, and well, this sort of matchup, beat down Golem, also Lava, it's so important to keep your towers. And yeah, we get a connection there. We try to go for a high Inferno, he NATOs it back. And at this point, it's not really looking good. Very, very awkward cycle. Massive push to defend. We also need to take his tower. So he banned opposite to cycle. You've seen me also do that with Wall Breakers on occasion. Just play them in the opposite corner because I don't want them in hand. And this was such a beautiful Zap. So we go for the Miner at back, right? And then he defends, but the 2 connections on the Zap, both killing the Ice Wiz and taking our tower, so, well, on the tower from the Zap. So delightful. So that was a really good play on our end. And we're kind of back in the game. It's not ideal to be in this sort of 2 tower. But yeah, we can go from Mighty Mine onto the tower. He will end up NATOing. We can also go from Miner on the Ice Wiz. And it's fine, we won't take too much damage from that Golem. We got a decent amount of damage from the Mighty Miner. I would have liked if that Ice Wiz dies though. So a little bit unfortunate, but we can just go for a Zap. So, some bridge battle. I banned it here, hoping it would bring the Mini P.E.K.K.A. to the other lane. And it should have done, but it didn't. But you know what, it worked out fine, because that was not the best Golem. So we go for a nice MK here. Actually, this is really smart, because it would kill the Ice Wiz, and also with this spam, even when he's got a NATO, we still got what I think was a connection, plus, yeah, good bandit damage, and the Mighty Miner cleaned up the Golem well. So we're kind of pulling it back slowly, and then we go for Mighty Miner just to force him to defend that lane, because we know eventually we get second ability, so we're with the Mighty Miner at back. And yeah, we're just pressuring at this point, going for some offense. He's trying to defend, succeeding, I guess. So he has quite a lot defending our stuff now, 2 Phoenixes on the board plus an Ice Wiz. And he's getting ready to go in the pocket, it's pretty obvious. So somehow we do defend this. We go for an MK on the Golem, since we want the Lightning to hit the MK and the tower, ideally before the Inferno, so it heats up. That does end up working, and we're just trying to Wall Breakers kite something, I don't know what, in case he plays stuff in the middle. So here, we go for an MK. We also go for Miner on tower. We go for Bandit. We're just trying to spam stuff to get out of lightning range. And so he has the lead. And last second Zap to get the Wall Breaker connection, to get the damage we needed. So that was a really nice win. Smart. And very good Wall Breaker Zaps. So yeah, I mean, this deck seems pretty well rounded. Probably struggles against a lot of the decks that are good at the moment. But I think it'll be a lot worse. So we did find a game pretty quickly against this guy. I think he's very toxic, so we're going to BM him if we win, and if we lose, plays like Giant Night Witch, Inferno Tower. So this should be a really nice matchup, given that we have Inferno Dragon, Mighty Miner, and like pretty decent stuff to defend with. So okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna leave that and then go minions if he's the type to giant the bridge. But in fact, yeah, that's actually just gonna end up dying. So let's just do this. He has arrows or fireball is the second spell. Fireball. So I'm not sure what he'll have for this. We can zap the Gob Gang. That should be a hit, right? Okay, that's a bit unfortunate, but good minor damage. And I think this sort of matchup, we're just going to be defending, getting the occasional minor hit, and then some big counter pushes. We should end up winning. Also, minions, because he only has fireball if he wants to kill them, should be quite useful. And you can never really go in with the giant since we have Mighty Miner and Inferno. I guess that's the advantage of having both. I don't normally play both, but it seems pretty effective. And so he's going to have to fireball that or Inferno Tower. I mean, spending so much elixir on something so small plus an entire minor worth of damage seems good to me. So that's gone very well. I think we will just Inferno because we can go minions if he goes in. And he's trying things opposite, so let's just do this. I'm probably gonna fireball and like bolo. Yeah, I don't know about that defense. And GG's. Okay, let's BM him. He BM'd my friend, you know, so I gotta look out for the boys. Thanks. Zap my king tower. Thanks. I mean, yeah, this deck seems pretty good. So, we'll try and fight one more game. If not, I can just cut the video to here. We're 10th, so that's pretty decent, right? 10th in the world with this trash. Okay, we did find another game. I'm not sure who this guy is. But hopefully just win, end it here. Nice video. And the volume, I'm very much hoping is finally working, because I had some really good recruits videos, but it wouldn't let me upload them with volume. And I was very sad, because they were so funny. Some stupid decks. But I'll probably be playing recruits for most of the season anyway. Oh my lord, that bandit dash. That was delightful. As I was saying, before I got interrupted by my own brilliance, which seems to happen a lot. I'll probably be playing recruits quite a lot since I've been hovering like top 5 with it basically the entire season so far. And I think recruits are really strong. So it's not too much of a big deal that I lost the video, as there'll be more. And this is looking like a minor cycle deck. So I feel like we have the tools we need to defeat it, right? MK Plonk, let's see what he does. Oh, okay, he's trying that bridge battle kind of stuff. I think this is going to be beautiful. Yeah, I don't know about that, because that should splash nice. Go on, give me some... Oh, stop. That's delicious. That is delicious. And you know what? Let's do this. He's going to have to go for Night Ice Spirit Log, if he can afford it. Okay, he can, or not. I mean, yeah, we win. There you go. That's minor chip range quite easily, despite me having goblins. And as you can see, my full skill Pheno final form has already come out here by playing random cards at bridge. So we got a minions the bridge, because it doesn't even matter. He has to spend 5 to defend minions. I mean, come on. Get real. Oh, my skill level has significantly deteriorated since playing recruits. And he's also, yeah, given... Because I knew I was going to wait for the MK, I knew he'd go minor goblins. And now we win. So this was nice. Yeah, he definitely cannot defend this. So thanks for your tower. I hope it was worth the 400 damage that you got. I mean, he's trying, but he's not going to be able to defend it. He is really trying. But like I said, not going to be able to defend it. So yeah, pretty free matchup, to be honest, I think. Especially if you play single right like we did. And then double when he's in that damage deficit. He has to do those sort of minor goblins to try and take the tower, but it's just easy to defend. So I think we'll end the video there. Nice video, nice deck. That's the deck. If you want it, I'll probably put it as a thumbnail. 5th in the world. Not bad. Bye.